You submitted your stuff.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus and nothing.
Well, guys, for all...
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Kennard is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Griffin, and it's Luke in at the small forward. And for the Bulls, players settling into the new season. When you were playing, did you typically start fast, or did it take a while for you to kind of find your rhythm?
Kevin, I think you're like this. I played 14 years. Those first 8, I got off to great starts. Those last 6, oh, Lord, it was like my feet was in the sand. But usually you get going. The best time to really get going is at the end.
Henson finds Griffin. The shot missing. Nice D from Best. The pass to Young. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Back to Brown. Pass to Griffin. Corner shot. Rebound by the Bulls.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Satoransky gets the bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Brown kicks to Henson. Griffin attacking, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Chicago call for the foul. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
Satoransky, the pass to Valentine. Here's Best. Passes it to Satoransky. Six to shoot. Best passes to Gafford. Here's Hutchison. Off target with his 3. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
And the Bulls making a change here. Murray's checked in. Here's Galloway. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside, Griffin takes a 3. That shot no good. And so it's Chicago enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been playing some ferocious... And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. McCray is out there with Griffin. Then there's Brown. Then it's John Henson. And it's Galloway in at the point. Outside Griffin. Over Best. Griffin's shot is off.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender. Right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it. Well, not an easy time on offense for the Bulls last year. They struggled mightily on the offensive end. 3rd worst in the league in effective field goal percentage.
Here's McCray. He's covered by Murray. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation.
Chicago ball.
And with With the Bulls an effective field goal percentage, it's due to their lack of outside shooting.
Yeah, this team can shoot decently from outside. They just choose not to. Last in the league in threes. Just a play-style decision the organization is going with.
Free throw good, Levine.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, GA, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
And Smitty, Blake Griffin stepping up his game in every way since joining the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin, last season was a career year in scoring, and he's doing so much on the floor. Rebounding and passing are a big part of his game now, and he's leading the way for this team in a lot of ways.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for the Bulls. And Detroit with a change here, too. Galloway's checked in, and it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from McRae. Pass to Valentine. Here's Best. Young left side. No good on that one. And it's Detroit the other way. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, these two teams haven't changed that much, so I wouldn't be surprised if they run the table on them again.
Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. "12 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Down low, and then Griffin with the dunk.
He's been this way all evening. You can see it in Griffin's eyes. He has scoring on his mind.
From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation. Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Here's Satoransky. And the pass to Valentine. Back to Satoransky. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Best passes to Satoransky. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Here's Best, and Henson sends it back. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Young is out there with Valentine. And it's Best in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And Satoransky kicks to Valentine. Out of talent in the 2018 draft, Smitty. Who do you think has the highest ceiling of that group?
Kevin, I love that question because it's not who's the best player who has the best talent. It's the ceiling. I think Jaren Jackson Jr., Marvin Bagley, those guys have so much room to grow. The Doncic and the Trae Young, those guys are fantastic. They have room to grow, but I think those two have a lot of room to grow, and they're already good.
It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
A moment here to see the numbers for Griffin. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged 24 per clip, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production. At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
Pass to Best. To the paint. Young outside. Here's Best, defended by Griffin. And Griffin sends it back.
Griffin has great timing. That's the reason why he blocked that shot.
Offensive rebound. The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Best. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's his first trip to the line. No good on the free throw. Porter's checked in for Chicago. Zach LaVine comes in for Denzel Valentine. He hits the second from the line. Pistons trail by 7. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Griffin passes to Galloway. Back to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
If you allow Blake Griffin to get that close, the result, a dunk.
Satoransky finds Young. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Young's got 9. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them. And
both teams making substitutions here. 7 seconds left in the game. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Despite all the injuries, Griffin was given the big contract. That kind of thing is a guessing game, but with high stakes. And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The kick out to Porter to end the run. Can't connect. And so the Pistons take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against him. And pulled it out.
Well said. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
This is Hack and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Chicago Bulls.
Get hip or get stung.
Attention, Tri-County area.
Each year, Hollywood and pop culture stars drop into your My Career Story for an authentic rise to fame experience. This year, the comedy duo Desus and Mero joined Team 2K, and we caught up with them at the mocap studio.
Hey, it's your boy Jesus Nice and the Kid Mero, and we're back here with our homie Che. How's it going, man?
Good, good. That's right, Che Z in the building, just giving the rock. Listen, man, what's the response been like online?
Right.
Hey, there's the guy I'm looking for. How you feeling, Che? You ready to get this W?
You acting weird? I mean, really, you're making it more weird. What's up? Just tell me.
Okay, it's your clothes. They're a problem. You're a star now. You gotta act like one.
What's wrong with my clothes? What's wrong with them? I mean, they're great. I'll stand by this suit.
Is this thing even tailored? I'm not saying you have to come in here looking like Russell Westbrook with an astronaut helmet and suspenders, but you gotta put some effort in. If you want to wear a suit, that's great. That's a classic look, but go and get a nice one. And for the love of everything good in this world, please get it tailored. Act like you've been there before.
All right, I'm gonna get new clothes. Can I get ready for the game now?
You're the greatest.
Oh, good.
Hey guys, how's it going?
The buildings of Indianapolis are located. We are near.
Well, Victor Oladipo has...
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. A look at Chicago. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And, of course, Indiana, a game and a half out.
Yeah, but checking out
Sabonis. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Leaf checked in for Sabonis. McDermott comes in for T.J. Warren. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Oladipo. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players,
and still stay competitive.
Build
so
the nucleus.
They kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Best can't hit. Indiana leading. McDermott kicks to Turner. And the Pacers can't get it to go. So it's Chicago now. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
McDermott passes to Brogdon. 51 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Yeah, you know what? He's a skilled passer, so if you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
Bulls trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to Satoransky. Inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chicago shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Turner. And Chicago also making a switch. Murray's checked in.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Offensive rebound, McDermott. And finally they hit one.
Tell you what, give McDermott props for keeping his focus. Nice job of concentrating there close to the basket.
And there's the pass to Valentine. Here's Best. Can they get it? He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer.
And so it's Indiana with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And, Bill, we've seen more and more teams base their offenses around three-point shooters. Threes are at an all-time high. We know that. Should the NBA, that in mind, do anything to address this via any rule change? Which I don't know what that would mean, but it has been talked about.
I don't like changing. I think it's going to manifest itself with it doesn't work in the playoffs as well. And teams are going to slowly realize like that you need to blend an inside-outside game at least a little bit.
Well, you can't lose what the game is. No, it's bigs and smalls. It's inside. It's outside.
And it's still passing and unselfishness. The Warriors take a lot of threes, but they're the most unselfish team we have, and they create a lot of layups, and they play, they're really creative. And you just can't, that just can't be your thing is we shoot 53s, here's our offense. The problem is you're still going to get in these games where 2 points really matters, and that's what you saw with Kawhi in the playoffs last year. These games slow down, it's going to be a 92-89 ending, and your team needs to get 10 baskets in the fourth quarter, no matter how you're going to get them. You still need somebody who can do that too.
So for Chicago right now, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Then there's Carter, and it's Best in at the four-man position. Well, Bill, yet another engaging conversation. Thanks for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Yeah, next time let's talk about the hard salary cap. I think the people really love that one. Yeah, I have some ideas.
You would make it interesting.
I have some luxury tax ideas. Yeah, we'll get super technical.
I would be here for that. Okay. And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
From 7, another one falls for Chicago.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
McConnell scanning the floor. Now, here's Warren. Defense is right there. Pass to Sabonis. 5 on the clock. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, I like Sabonis' game inside because he's confident and skilled.
Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Best can't hit. Over Sabonis. Best's shot is good. Best's got 8 points.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's a tie game in Indiana. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Entirely new group in now for Indiana. Leaf checked in for Sabonis. Doug McDermott comes in for Warren. Lamb, he's checked in for Oladipo. And Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Best. He's got 8. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And talk about teams that pressure the ball. Indiana, top 3 in steals the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, and I think that's attributable to the coach's mentality. Nate McMillan was aggressive as a player. He's aggressive as a coach. And, McMillan averaged 3 steals a game one season in 1993-94.
We've got Jeremy Lamb. Miles Turner out there with Leaf. Then it's McDermott. And it's Brogdon in at the point guard position. That's the Pacers' 5. Shots good by Turner. Turner's got 4 points in the quarter.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys. And the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Bean passes to Best. Here's Gafford. And it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. McDermott passes to Leaf. And he drops it in from the low post. Leafs got the lead up to 8 now for the Pacers.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Kicks it to Lamb. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Zach LaVine.
You know, aggressiveness is what helps Lamb be able to draw these fouls.
You feel like Jeremy Lamb has been in the league forever, mostly known for being a piece in the Harden trade when he left OKC, but Lamb is coming to his own the last few years.
Chicago making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Young left side. Outside Porter, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Pacers leading by 8. Outside Turner. Brogdon outside. Lets a floater go, and it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. A second chance effort, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Indiana. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So for Chicago right now, LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Then it's White. Then it's Wendell Carter, and it's Best in at the 4. Bean passes to Best. And LaVine with the slam.
Well, we know LaVine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for Indiana. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Sabonis against Carter. Shot clock at 6. And here's Warren for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. White the pass to Best. It's good.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Oladipo outside. Over LaVine. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Pacers lead by 8.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Mark, you always say you can't run away from the TNA. Well, Sabonis, the son of the lift the win. 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And here is Brogdon. So no problem for Indiana as they get...
Particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for
ultimately, it's about getting my guys involved. That's what I thrive on. We all got to eat, ain't? I want none of my guys going home hungry.
You're a warrior poet, Sarge, like my main man, Tupac.
No, hold up. No, Tupac is not your main man.
What? Sure he is.
Jay, get in here. I got some fun stuff for you today. It's time to figure out some shoes.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that face you're making. You like what I'm saying.
I love what you're saying.
So we got to figure out who deserves to be in business with you, because as far as I'm concerned, it's a privilege.
That's what's up, yeah.
Yeah, so just let me know who you want to approach, and we can make it happen.
Just like that?
Yeah, I can get you in the room with anybody. Who do you want to go to? Consider it done. Great choice, by the way.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
I'll let you know when it's time to take the next step.
All right, cool. See you.
See ya.